March 9th, 1911. A Chevrolet had yet to be invented. The Titanic had yet to sail. SMU had yet to open its doors. SMU President Gerald Turner wasn't yet around, but he knows all too well the significance of that year.
In 1911, two great things began. First, the construction of Dallas Hall, and second, the birth of Ebby Halliday. Both have been great over these last 100 years. Happy birthday, Ebby.
They both have been great. SMU preparing the leaders of our future. Ebby Halliday, a legacy of greatness from our past. A true entrepreneur she has always been. A compassionate philanthropist she will always be. Gratitude. Since day one, it's been the driving force behind Ebby's engaging personality.
I'm grateful to God for my longevity, and I'm grateful to be still active in the business.
As one of the most successful businesswomen in Texas history, she helped build the foundation of one of the greatest cities in America. And as a private citizen, she has selflessly devoted her life to building a brighter future for all who are proud to call this state home.
I was born in Arkansas, and my father was in a train wreck and died, and I never really knew my father.
7 years would pass before her mother would remarry. In the meantime, Ebby was raised by her grandmother and her grandfather, a Baptist preacher.
I was taught right from wrong, and I went to a one-room schoolhouse.
It was during this time she would acquire her great affection for horses.
My first ambition was to be a bareback rider in a circus, but I soon got rid of that idea.
She might have gotten rid of the idea, but the thought has never been forgotten. Her life has been on fast forward for as far back as anyone can remember, even as she approaches the century mark.
You're kidding me. She's not going to be 100, is she? Well, she's just a kid. What's she doing being 100?
When I was 8 years old, my mother ordered cloverine salve out of Kansas City, and I peddled it on my little pony to the neighboring farmers.
Ebby, I bet you never dreamed you would have Emmitt Smith saying happy 100th birthday to you. I only aspire to do what you have done in your lifetime, just a smidget of it, because you have showed us all how it all should be done. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your entrepreneurship too. Thank you.
Ebby had great respect for her mother, convinced that's where she received her strong work ethic.
My mother was a strong person herself, and she always was my greatest booster. She came through, she worked in a store and came up with my dress for the junior prom.
But little did any of us know who her escort to the prom turned out to be.
Ebby, it's been a long time since I took you to the junior prom, but I just want to wish you all the best. Happy birthday, Ebby.
High school graduation for Ebby came mere months before the great market crash.
Every bank in America closed the year of my graduation in '29.
She was most grateful to simply secure a job selling hats for $10 per week.
Eisenhower's mother was one of my customers.
That's right, the mother of Dwight David Eisenhower, our 34th president. Now over 8 decades later, from selling hats to selling homes, Ebby's legacy is legendary as the founder of the 10th largest real estate brokerage company in the country, close to $4 billion in sales. But things weren't always that good. People often wondering where their next meal might be coming from.
Then in 1938, they transferred me to Dallas, Texas. I stepped off that train and thought I had died and gone to heaven.
I think you're lying about your age, and I'm doing a full investigation, but I don't think you're 100. I think you must be something around my age, 82.
7 years with Consolidated Millinery at W.A. Green's store in Dallas allowed Ebby to save $1,000. But then she found out her tonsils had to be removed. A conversation with her doctor, who dabbled quite successfully in the stock market, might have been the turning point of her young life.
I want to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't sure how to spell it, but I knew I wanted to be one. And he said, "I don't advise women." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "If they lose, they cry." So I said, "Well, you try me."
And he did. Parlayed her $1,000 into 12 times that amount.
I leased a large Victorian house on Fairmount Street and spent most of my $12,000 with decorating and stocking my own little hat shop.
About this time, folks were beginning to take notice of her incredible salesmanship ability. The husband of a loyal customer had a question for Ebby.
If I could sell her those crazy hats, maybe I could sell his crazy cement houses.
She took the challenge, fixed them up with carpet, curtains, and cottage furniture, and sold her shop to her designer. Goodbye hats, hello houses.
I sold them all within 9 months.
Well, Ebby, happy birthday. I wish all of us looked as good as you do. You know, many people think of you as being the face of Dallas, but I can tell you, to me, you're the spirit of Dallas. You're everything that's great about this community. You're an entrepreneur that's built a business, that's created jobs, but you've also understood how important this community is. And time again, you've given of your resources, be it your time and your financial resources, to make our community better. That's the spirit of Dallas, that's the spirit of North Texas, and that is you. Happy birthday, Ebby.
Ebby was on her way, soon to be elected national president of the Women's Council, a job that required much travel, plenty of handshaking, even an occasional song to be created and performed for someone as well known as H. Ross Perot.
We honor an honorable gentleman whose name all of us know. He's mighty weighty at 80. His name is Ross H. Perot.
But it was a trip to Beaumont that turned out to be the destination of her lifetime, meeting the man of her dreams.
I was there to speak to the Chamber of Commerce, and he was there on business. Maurice Akers was the love of my life, and I met him late in life. He was 50 and I was 46 when we met. And I saw that man walk across the lobby of that old Beaumont Hotel, and I says, I like that man. And of course we were introduced and met. And 7 years later we were married. It took me 7 years to get him out of Austin.
Ebby, Jean, and I are standing here with these Lombardi trophies, but we really want to recognize a real winner. You know, you've been such an inspiration because Santa Claus really doesn't put the tricycle under the Christmas tree. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of real agonizing, if you will. We all in business know that. But at the same token, you've given us the inspiration really to think that we can have the equivalent of Christmas in our careers. It's great to have you as the greatest cowboy fan.
Happy birthday, Ebby.
Ebby wanted to be married on Easter Sunday. No easy task. But Maurice put his training as an FBI agent to good use and pulled it off. Cheers in order from all of Texas.
Ebby, you are incredible, and I know all of Dallas and really everyone who knows you around the world is very, very proud to celebrate with you. One of the things I remember most about you in business is that you are, frankly, a shameless promoter. And so, like you, I want to know that we're going to celebrate today to you. Catherine and I will have some hall wine. Thank you, Ebby, and have many, many more happy birthdays.
Tonight, we not only cheer and salute Ebby, we're benefiting her favorite nonprofit, the Horatio Alger Association of Distinguished Americans, which honored Ebby in 2005. The co-chairs of this evening's event, all giants in the sports and business world, are also former Horatio Alger Award recipients themselves, Roger Staubach, T. Boone Pickens, and H. Ross Perot. Tonight's event chairs, Barb and Steve Durham, are also members of the association family, as Steve's dad, Charles,